We begin right here in Washington, where President Donald Trump held a phone call with Russia's President Vladimir Putin on Thursday at a time when Russian forces are intensifying their offensive on Kyiv. The call comes amid a stalled U.S.-led peace process and Washington's decision to pause key weapons shipments to Ukraine. Now, during their nearly 1 hour-long conversation, President Trump reiterated his proposal for a swift ceasefire, urging Moscow to end military action immediately. The push came just days after his administration temporarily halted critical weapons shipments to Kyiv amid concerns over America's depleting stockpiles. The Kremlin said Putin reaffirmed Russia's openness to talks, but maintained that a political solution was the only path forward.
The Ukrainian issue was discussed. Donald Trump again raised the issue of a speedy end to military action. Vladimir Putin, for his part, noted that we continue to seek a political and negotiated solution to the conflict.
The Kremlin added that future talks must be strictly bilateral between Russia and Ukraine, and while a third round has not been scheduled, Moscow said it remains open to the possibility. The second major focus of the conversation included President Putin making it clear that Russia would not back down from its core war aims. Putin reportedly told President Trump that military operations would continue until the root causes of the conflict are removed, a phrase Moscow has long used to oppose Ukraine's NATO membership and advocate for a neutral Kyiv.
Our president also said that Russia will seek to reach the goals it has set. That is, the elimination of the well-known root causes that led to the current state of affairs, to the current acute confrontation, and Russia will not back down from these goals.
Meanwhile, the Russian president also briefed President Trump on the progress of recent humanitarian agreements. These included the exchange of at least 1,200 prisoners of war and thousands of fallen soldiers' bodies under a deal reached during last month's Russia-Ukraine talks in Istanbul. From the Ukraine war, the leaders then turned to a different flashpoint, Iran and the broader Middle East. The Kremlin said both sides exchanged views on Iran following U.S. airstrikes on 3 nuclear sites last month. Russia reiterated that all disputes in the region should be resolved through dialogue, not force, and agreed to continue coordination through diplomatic and defense channels.
The situation around Iran and the Middle East as a whole was discussed in great detail. The Russian side emphasized the importance of resolving all contentious issues, disagreements, and conflict situations exclusively by political and diplomatic means.
After covering security flashpoints, reports suggest that the conversation between the two leaders shifted to potential areas of bilateral cooperation. Reports indicate that during the call, both leaders expressed interest in reviving joint economic projects, including energy and space partnerships. And while specific details weren't released, the two leaders also discussed exchanging films promoting traditional values. The Kremlin reportedly claimed that President Trump was impressed by the idea. But speaking to reporters after the call, President Trump struck a disappointed tone, saying he saw no signs of Vladimir Putin trying to make peace.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed with the conversation I had today with President Putin, because I don't think he's there. I don't think he's there. And I'm very disappointed. Well, it's not, I'm just saying, I don't think he's looking to stop.
President Trump also said he would speak to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky later. But overnight, Russia launched a fresh drone strike on Kyiv, injuring at least 23 people and setting fires across the capital. So while the call spanned ceasefire talks to space cooperation, it ended without a breakthrough. And on the ground, the drones kept falling, a stark reminder that the path to peace remains as elusive as ever.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karz mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trillion euro mo.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.